Proverbs are wise sayings that give advice about life. They are the gems of wisdom. We may sometimes not understand a big lecture, but we understand a small proverb very easily. Because the truth they speak can span the globe, they can also give a greater potency to what is being conveyed. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Howsoever big a task is, it starts with a small step. For example, I am feeling overwhelmed by the prospect of completing 4,000 word paper by next week. But I guess I will start by writing 500 words every day. After all, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. An ideal brain is the devil's workshop. If you have nothing to do, you will likely think of mischief. The kids should be kept busy during the summer break. Otherwise, an ideal brain is devil's workshop. A picture is worth 1,000 words. It is easier to show or explain something through a picture than through words. A picture is worth 1,000 words. It is easier to learn biology through pictures than through reams of text. A rolling stone gathers no moss. A person who is always changing jobs and places has the advantage of less responsibilities, but also the disadvantages of no fixed place to live. Example, he was a bit of rolling stone before he got the job and settled down. A stitch in time saves 9. A cloth that is a little torn, it can be easily mended with a single stitch. But if it is neglected, it requires more stitches. Further neglect may also make it useless. This proverb means that timely action helps us in overcoming problems. Prompt action at an early stage prevents serious trouble in future. Same is the case of a student who fails into a habit of procrastination. He must read his lesson regularly. He must not postpone them. If he neglects to study in time, he will have to strain before the examinations. He will have to burn the midnight oil. It may spoil his health, and in addition, there is every danger of forgetting whatever he has read. He becomes a victim of tension and fear. The popular story of the grandmother who shielded her grandson illustrates this maxim. A boy stole a pencil from a classmate and showed it to his grandmother. Instead of questioning him about, she kept quiet. The boy's theft went unchecked until one day he was arrested. If only the boy had been corrected in time, he would not have become a thief. Timely action would have prevented him from falling into the wrong ways. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. It's better to have a lesser but certain advantage than the possibility of a greater one that may come to nothing. This expression means that it is better to keep what you have than to risk it for something greater. Having one bird in your hand is worth more than trying to catch 2 birds that are in the bush. You have to let go the bird that is already in your hand in order to catch the other 2 birds. But of course, you may fail and end up with no birds at all. Because of the risk of losing the little you have, it is sometimes better not to try to get something more and end up with nothing. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Be resilient and try despite failures. That's how you succeed. Abraham Lincoln lost so many elections, but he kept trying. Eventually, he became the President of United States. It's rightly said, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Where there is a will, there is a way. This is a message of hope and encouragement. Perseverance leads to success. Most of us endowed with a fair share of intelligence, and all that is needed for success is diligence and perseverance. There are many instances on record to show that perseverance is almost always crowned with success. Demosthenes had a weak voice. His gestures were very awkward, and to crown all, he was a stammerer. But in spite of all these handicaps, he became the greatest orator that the world has ever known. He overcame all his difficulties with diligent toil and determination. If we make up our minds to accomplish a definite object, we are almost sure to success. If we make a sincere attempt and fail, there is nothing to regret. Failures are the pillars of success. We may fail once or twice, but if we work hard within and God overhead, we cannot but be successful in the end. Let us therefore be up and doing. We shall have all that we wish for. If only we toil and persevere, do and dare. Napoleon held that impossibility is the word found only in the dictionary of fools. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Be optimistic, but be prepared for a scenario where things can go wrong. We are hoping to raise capital from investors, but it may not come so soon. Therefore, it's imperative to look for alternatives as well as let's hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. We all hope to remain healthy and virus free during COVID 19, and it is likely that the vast majority of us will emerge unscathed if proper precautions are taken. However, in this and many other instances, it is wise to hope for the best and prepare for the worst.